Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I am Gary, your host. And this is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine stories in the art. Okay, and this time, well, I'm gonna take a look at this bunch of Archie Digest comics. Yeah, there's a nearby place. It's I think it's called Old Wagon Antiques. It's an antique mall type thing, and not too far from home. And you can often find some old comics there at those kind of places. Well, this place, they just don't really have any comics, but they have this one seller that has a bunch of old, well, relatively old Archie Digest comics, and I've been going buying some of them up in little batches over the last few months. And so I thought I would share some of them with you. I've got another stack of them over here for another time, and there are a few that I haven't got, that I've got mislaid, I haven't found, and some that I had given to a friend of mine. But this is some of them. And we'll see. Froggy keeps coming back in my throat. Let's see. Let's start off here with these are all this bunch here. They're all from 2001, so they're not that old, but depending on how old you are. But and of course the contents are all mostly a lot older than that. And we have Laugh digest size. This is the traditional digest size you can see here. This is Laugh number 170 Digest magazine, and has Archie, Betty, and the boys. Looks like they're going to a horror hayride. And then, of course, Reggie says, a horror-filled hayride riding in Archie's car is scary enough as it's popping and wheezing and doing all kinds of stuff. Well, that's for that cover. There's I was looking through here. As we always like to thumb through, and I was see what's what. And unfortunately, this is at the period when they just, like often with the more recent lead story, or what might be an original story specifically for this issue, they didn't have the credits, because they didn't do credits in Archie Comics and that much until much in the 90s, so much later than some of the others. And I would think they'd be fun. Anyway, I come across here and I go, it does have just the last names of the creators. Erber, or is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, Screening for Trouble. And I was looking through here and I thought, Colin. So, and I was first thought, well, Gene Colan? Gene Colan? He said, no. This is definitely not Gene Colan's. But, the spelling's different. It's Ernie Cologne. And then I looked at it, and you can see little snippets of Ernie Cologne's style in here, especially little snippets from his his Harvey Casper Hot Stuff type stylization, because he worked for them for many years doing that kind of stuff, and he used it again sometimes in his Marvel. Because Ernie Colon was for many years with Harvey, and then went to the main Marvel and DC. Did some of the juvenile humor style, cartoonish style, as well as his dramatic, realistic stuff. Remember, he co-created Arak, Son of Thunder, with Roy Thomas, a great fantasy comic, Sword and Sorcery, and did an Amethyst, and did a lot of other stuff. And then I was looking farther, and I think a couple of these other stories has, in the end, it's also Cologne, but they don't give you the credits. But when I had Little Jinx, I was never totally thrilled with Little Jinx, but I like what they're doing with Little Jinx nowadays. Ernie Colon was when I did a background on him, and yeah, he had said that he had done stuff for Archie, but I hadn't seen or noticed it before. And I saw that, and, oh yeah, oh, there's a nice melody, and that little fun little games and puzzles and stuff in here. Oh, there's a nice one. The Archies in Minstrels of Yore. Yeah, I do some little silly little stuff like this, putting them in other time periods and other types of stories. And it was always good fun. And Fitness Fiasco. Betty and Veronica. Fitness Fiasco. And some fun stuff. Whack. There's a nice little Sabrina story. I'm not sure who could have been. So it could have been Holly G, but I don't think it was. But then this one here is pencils by Tim Kennedy. Some nice work in there. And that's just that one. And here we have Archie's Double Digest. Number 123. Let's see, Double Digest. And I don't think they publish anything that's in the traditional digest size anymore. I think everything you get is Double Digest size. It's a little more reading for your money. Some more good fun stuff. Oh, this one's got a lot of Archie 3000 stories. Those are always fun too. There are a lot of Archie's in memory. So this must have been from the. Looks kind of like the 90s. It's hard to really tell sometimes. More of the Archies. Jughead, be yourself. Oh, here's a fun one. High Noonish. Is it the Mighty Archie Art Players? I liked when they did those. Some of those. One of my favorite stories when I was an Archie story was I was a kid was one like this. And Reggie was the evil Ringo kid, and Archie was the cowboy, the sheriff, and that was always fun. Here they put them in the different characters that they're playing, but they keep them pretty much in character for their own personalities. Oh, here's a fun one. Yikes. Archie messing things up while he's trying to do some diving. Is this Tim Kennedy? No, I think this is Stan Goldberg. I can't be sure. So that's one of the reasons why I really like it, because it's harder to keep track of all the artists and their style when they don't give credit. Now this goes way back. This is always, that's one of the things about so nice about these Archie Digest books is all the old stuff that they reprint. This goes back to the 50s. And oh, here's another Archie 3000 story. Those are always fun. And then it starts with Archie in photo fun. And this is another Tim Kennedy penciled story. Rudy Lappick did the inks, and George Glatter wrote it. And here's another regular-sized Archie Digest, Jughead with Archie Digest. Don't ever ask me to open your jammed locker again. You open it up, and all the food spills out. And what we have here, Mike Pulaski wrote the lead story. Fernando Ruiz, yeah, he's good, and I like some of his stuff. And he's got some videos. Fernando Ruiz has some videos drawing the Archie characters, and when he's doing some little art commissions and the like. Splat. Oh, there's an ad for Josie and the Pussycats movie. That was silly fun. Didn't do that well though. And there's Jughead's Double Digest number 75. Jughead, your order's still coming in, and it's incredibly long. Of course. See some fun stuff. Archie Andrews Museum. Yes, some nice artwork there. I really wish they had the credits. But it goes back, Birds of a Feather, it goes back again to, looks like the 60s. And then it's got to be from the 90s, or early 90s from the clothing styles. Archie's stuck. Oh, Archie's having a problem with a little leprechaun making the grade. Oh, Reggie stuff. Oh, there's there again. This looks late 60s. Yeah, 60s. Oh, earlier 60s with that the way Veronica looks and those clothing styles. Early 60s or late 50s. And Little Jughead. Yeah, this had a lot of little Jughead stories. Little Jughead, along with Little Archie, and with the Little Archie stories, Bob Bowling created Little Archie, and then did wrote and drew a lot of the stories. And they had a lot more adventurous stories than the ones that he wrote. And I think he created the Mad Dr. Doom character. I've got a whole bunch of Little Jughead. Just coasting. From different time periods. Oh, 70s. Look at those styles. The clothing of the... Oh, well, I like this. I think this might be Rex Lindsay. I'm not positive on that. But I like Rex Lindsay. Jughead Nightmare. Some ads for some Jughead action figures. Kind of wish I had gotten some of those just for the heck of it. And that's that one. And here's another Laugh Digest magazine 164. Remember, these are all from 2001. And I'm going out slower than I have. Oh, this is looks nice. This was from Veronica when she had her own title and solo title. There's a little stuff. This was an issue-length story told in several chapters. And she's off in Tonga, South Seas, in the Pacific, on some kind of vacation doing diving and stuff, and she meets a boy, of course. No credits. That's some nice stuff, though. There. Oh, that looks 60s. Yeah. And there, Cheryl Blossom in a little ad. I mean, a little game. And could that be Holly G? Having done this It looks like it might be. I'm not positive on that, but it might be Ollie G. I couldn't tell for sure. Moose, the wild one. This goes back to the 70s, early 80s. From that one, Betty and Veronica. Sabrina, yay. A little short on Sabrina stories. There's another Sabrina story. That's probably Dan DeCarlo. That's a nice drawing right there, kind of cockeyed. And that is Rex Lindsay, I think. And then the lead story, and then the credits on there. Fernando Ruiz on the cover, on these credits, and Stan Goldberg did this cover. All the girls going after Archie. And here's Jughead's Double Digest number 74, and it's a flip on the traditional image of Archie with Betty and Veronica when they're all sipping from one soda. Here's got two sodas, and Jughead's there sipping from both of them at the same time. Love Sick and Snowblind. More little games. Oh, this is 60s. Jughead. Little Jughead source with little Sabrina. Oh, that cute little one. This is a little Sabrina story. This is a Jughead book. But they're always kind of close. And they're probably my two favorite Archie characters, Sabrina and Jughead. So, little Jughead, little Sabrina, and there's little Betty. Hot Dog Jr., little Jughead's pal, Hot Dog Jr., featuring the little Archies. I had a cute stylization for these kids, but I don't know. Captain Flag presents it. They had little. Oh, that's a nice one right there. This little Jughead page. And opposite that, this throwing in Captain Flag presents bicycling safety, little safety tips from one of their heroes or a made-up hero. Just for kicks. This is some nice stuff on here. I can't identify that artist. It's kind of a unique way of doing the faces, but I can't place who it is. Yeah. Oh, this goes back against early 60s art. Jughead. Here's another double-page spread. Know Your Heroes, the origin of Blackjack. Yeah. This is a unique way of keeping the copyright on their older and otherwise unused characters. I do a little thing like this in the middle of the book, and it keeps their copyright. It doesn't fall into public domain. And the Love Showdown advertisement. Remember that. Archie. Here's another one. Know Your Heroes. And this, I don't remember his name. Oh, there's another one. Just flip to it. Know Your Heroes. Oh, yeah. Jughead with Hot Dog. And this one, of course, this was Rex Lindsay on that cover. And it was Fernando Ruiz did the pencils here on the first story, Mike Pawlowski. The art, because they often do an entirely new story for the lead story with all the backups. And these digests, I have run a lot longer than I had intended. But that's all I got this time for my Archie digests. I'll catch them again sometime. Thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Please leave comments. You like these Archie digests? Tell me about it. And remember, comics are art.